So this is the fifth take on this video, and why am I having so much trouble recording this? I don't like scripts, and I want to come off as natural and authentic because that's very important to me. I'm a terrible actor anyway, and what I want to talk about is complicated and messy, and for some reason, I'm really having a hard time getting my thoughts together. So I'm going to keep this short. The main point I want to make is this week is Global Neurodiversity Celebration Week. And why is that important? Because chances are, out of every few people that you know, at least one of them, probably more, have some form of neurodivergence. Neurodiversity is a word that scares a lot of people. It shouldn't, because all it means is that our brains are wired a little bit differently. Differently from what or from whom? Excellent question. There is a concept of a neurotypical brain that doesn't make any sense to me because honestly, in my entire life, I've never met anybody who I thought was completely normal. Typical of what? We're all different. We all have different backgrounds, different families, different beliefs and thought systems and perspectives. And even if you have a best friend who thinks exactly the way you do on just about everything, chances are there are at least a few differences here and there, right? Otherwise, life would be really, really, really boring. And it would be really hard to come up with different perspectives on anything, right? We know that diversity makes better teams because of the different angles and perspectives that it brings. It's the same thing with neurodiversity, and that is regardless of whether it's dyslexia or autism spectrum disorder or ADHD or a slew of other lesser known types of neurodivergence. High sensory intelligence, which is something that I have and which is a common thread among all of the clients that I work with, all of my women executives, is another form of neurodivergence. Again, it just means our brains work a little bit differently. I think that's something to celebrate. So I'd love to hear from you. First of all, how are you celebrating this week? You probably weren't before this video, but I'd love to hear how you might. And maybe some kind of divergence that you do celebrate if it's not neurodivergence. Along with that, I'd love to hear your comments, your questions, your suggestions, and any topics that you'd like me to cover. Thanks, and I will talk to you in the next video.